Now let us add slicer gauges, like half ball gauge, and our target goal oriented, which is called as a KPI. So now let us jump to the screen. So on my screen, you can see that left hand side, top side, I have generated one thing which is called as a KPI. So if I click over here on the right hand side, you can see that KPI symbol here. So KPI is for when you want to track something. Like here we have track and compare the figure of average profit per order with the goal. So you can see that on the right hand side as a parameter, I have created value as average profit per order, and under the trend axis we have generated order date as a year only, and target profit I have added. So what is the target profit? For that, first of all, we may have to create one measure so that we can compare it our thing. Currently we do not have any ruling everything or anything. That's why we have to generate some measure is called as, let us click here, it is working on that. Okay, but here see, measure has been generated under the customer detail, so we do not want to have it over here, but rather we want under the order tab, right click and click on the new measure. Now we will give as a name target order value as value. Let us assume that 200 we want to add as a target. That measure we have generated. Again go back to our report view, and under that one KPI button is there. Click on this, and here there are three things we need to add. First, which is called as a value. Value means, for our case, it is average profit per order. How the value is moving, right? And against that, we want to also have the date, order date, so that the trend will be proper. And from the date hierarchy, we need only year. Okay, so this is the yearly trend, and its average is 222. And our target is, oh, our target will be and paste it or drag it over here, which is set as a 200. So our goal is 200, and currently it is 22, so which is good and inline. That's why it is showing as a green. Now assume that if our target order value is, instead of 200, it is 50. 250 will be the higher number against our average order value. Are you getting? So when we click on 250, this will remain same because it is average. So it is under 11%. That's why it is showing as a red. I hope this is clear. So this is the thing which you can add based on your requirement. This is just for example. I have selected particular value. If you have any particular value as a rolling average and all, that you can add it. Let me reduce the size, and instead whole long text, let us little bit change this. Or yes, goal we want to read, pull out value for the title. Let us read, hide the title, right? The figure will be shown. We arrange in say that currently based on my available space I have to change it. Okay, so here shape I have to reduce the text size. I have to find it again, text step. Let me reduce that. This can easily set up. Just this is a random thing that you have to arrange it based on your, and let me play. Now another thing which I have generated as a gauge. So gauge is when you want to compare things with the minimum and the maximum value. At that time you are going to use it. So for our case, average order value or average profit per order will be look like this. And here in this gauge, if you want to have minimum value like threshold, above these only this should work. For our case, let us assume that our target value is target order value. So if I select, you see our target is visible. And here there is one important thing as a fill color, target color as a blue. See, if I want to have like this, can add it. Now the different gauge axes are there. If you want to have minimum starting from 100 and maximum instead of a 40 430, want to have just, let's say, 260. See, our gauge will be filled accordingly. Let us remove this. Enter, remove this, enter, bit auto thing. Okay, now it is auto. So it will automatically capture what is the minimum and the maximum. Here, if you want to have a color combination, uh, like instead of blue, if you want to have some little bit different color, or if you want to have like border and all, you can add it. Here, color is available under the visual fill color as, let us select based on our theme. I hope this is clear. And this is the target label. And if you want to change the text for the target also, like purple, like pink color, yes, you can select. So likewise, I have added our gauges. Arrange it based on your requirement, and that's it. Currently, I am just placing this here so that we not waste our time. Now it is time to add here as a slicer. So this is slicer will be helpful when you want to slice your data for a whole report. Here, the button is available as a slicer. Just click it. Okay, drag it wherever you want to add it. I have sliced my data based on the segment, like who has ordered our value. When I click on the segment, automatically field has been selected over here. Just drag it and place it wherever you want. Place it. Place it. Grip this. Let us apply some color under the effect. No, we do not want to have a background color, but just we do a border with the 2 pixel. So this thing I have added. But here also one another thing as a slicer I have added, which is for the category. So what we are going to just select this, copy, control V and control paste, drag it, and instead of the segment, we want to have as a category. So find it where the category is available. Yes, it is available over here. But instead of this, let us change the layout. Like slicer setting, instead of vertical list, let us have tile list. I hope this is clear. And few things I have applied like color, fill color and all that you can do it. But let's, if you have the page information instead page, I have to select this first, go under the general effect, background color. I have selected, this is the background of this whole tile. So let us do control first, and that you have to find it where it is. I also will, yes, multiple selection. If you want to have a multiple selection, you have to select this under the values. This is the font color, and under the background I have applied it orange. This thing I have applied. I hope you are getting, and also borders I have applied. So by this way you can add on this KPI button, gauge button, and slicer button. Now let me show you usage of the slicer. When I click on the consumer, whole data of mine is changed. Let me put it from this right and bottom left hand side. So the only consumer related the data is showing. But if we want to have a consumer and the furniture, just select the furniture. You see how much consumer has ordered under the furniture as 8.87 million sales, average profit, total customers. So likewise. But if you want to have a corporate too, just control and select particular thing. All the figures, datas, everything will be arranged accordingly, like which region, what are the categories based on the market. its value, percentage. So these are the different things. If you want to clear it, just select again, like select. So by this way, you can select all again. But here, if you want to select control, press control and select the all. That again we are back from where our data has been set to generate. So by this way, you were able to add some best dashboards. Now, if I click outside, and if you want to add some canvas background, so how you can do it? Just I am adding one background as a, let's assume that I want to have this as a background. I'm selecting this as an image and it's fit the fill, the transfer check. Yes, it is visible. So I hope this is clear how this is working. So currently we have selected this background as a white color. That's why it is showing as a white. Are you getting or not? Dot area background. Here also you can select if you want to select particular image. Likewise, let me do control Z. So by this way, you can generate any of the good dashboard. I hope this is clear to you. See you soon in the next tutorial. Thank you.